Welcome to Big Ideas Little Table. I'm Peter.
And I'm Chris.
And today we have crazy news with Chris. It's back. And the news is even crazier.
Is it crazier because I don't know what it is?
It's crazier because you don't know, and it's actually crazier. These stories, I think the last time we had the man Beyond Meat biting someone's nose, right?
Yes.
Very ironic.
Was it his nose? Yeah, or is it ear?
It bit his nose. It could have been the ear too, but
Evander Holyfield.
I didn't hear
Mike
about
Tyson.
that.
I see what you did there.
I didn't hear about
No, I got it. I got it the first time. Thank you. Dad jokes. I'm on board.
All right, still got him. Just warming up, guys. Just warming up. All right. So today we have two articles I want to run by you. Now, you haven't heard of these. This is a complete reaction here. And these ones definitely made me be like, what? Okay? So
It's good. I live in a vacuum. I don't read or do anything.
literally you live in a vacuum.
Yes.
I've seen your house. It's so clean. Like, that's the only way to keep it clean is like, and now I sleep in the vacuum.
It's, got to keep the wife happy.
Do you say Dyson? Wow,
Yeah.
you are a baller. Man. When a vacuum has a commercial, it's too expensive for me. I don't get that. So I'm still rocking regular broom. That's how old school I am.
Jesus.
I do that thing with the carpet where I just like get the broom and like scrape it.
What is this, the 20s? Roaring 20s?
The roaring 20s. I wish. My socks would be doing a lot better if it was the roaring 20s.
Yowzer.
Okay. The first article. Are you ready for this one?
Hit me.
Clorox recalled 37 million bottles of Pine Sol because apparently they could contain bacteria. Okay. So, initial reaction to this.
What?
That's exactly what I thought. I was like, huh. And then I went back. I was like, wait, what? The cleaning product has bacteria in it?
A cleaning solution contains bacteria.
It contains bacteria. And I looked because I was like, oh, well, maybe I'm mistaken. 'Cause sometimes you grow up and you just learn like, oh, I use this for a certain thing.
Sure.
Because mom and grandma and everyone used it. And then I never really looked into it. There are a couple things like that I'm like, oh, that's not how we do that. Got it. I see. So I looked on the website and no, it says it's 99.9% effective on killing germs. That's their scapegoat.
Not bacteria.
Not bacteria. Yeah, we never said anything about
Nobody
bacteria.
said bacteria.
We said germs, okay?
Well. Is Pine Sol just like, they're like, in the fine print, it's like just an air freshener or something like it doesn't clean shit. It's just like
we just make it smell kind of like a mix of medicine and a little bit of good stuff.
It's like, oh, that's fantastic. Good work. What bacteria did it contain?
Okay, so
did somebody take a dump in the production plant? Like disgruntled employee poops in Pine Sol.
We found traces of feces. No, even if it did, they wouldn't come out. You know what I'm saying? Like, they wouldn't come out and be like, we have traces of feces. They'd be like, well, we found traces of the genus Spectrum Pseudomonas Phaeosis 2. Just like, they always try and hide stuff like that. And someone's like, wait, isn't that? Okay, so it says, Clorox said some of the affected Pine Sol products might contain a bacteria called Pseudomonas aeruginosa.
Oh, arugula.
Arugula. So it's actually healthy. So
okay, so you can make a pie out of it.
Yeah, exactly. I made a couple. Kids all got sick, but they're better now.
Wait, is this sort of like the...
It says it can harm people with compromised immune systems or people with external medical devices.
So don't drink the Pine Sol? Is that the... I've been drinking this for years. Damn it.
Because they, quote unquote, pose a risk of serious infection that may require medical treatment.
Well, don't all serious infections potentially require medical treatment?
Exactly what I was thinking. The doctor's like, well, Chris, I'm glad you came into the emergency department today, but you have a serious infection. With that being said, you can go home. I think you'll be okay.
Or even worse, the doctor comes in, well, you're sick. Okay. Do you want to get more? No. That's it. You're sick.
You're sick.
Well, I knew that. That's why I came here. It appears to me that you're not well.
So yeah, if you do own Pine Sol, it's 4 product lines. The prefix A4 followed by a 5-digit number less than 22249.
Of course, because we all read the serial.
Because everyone's like, oh, that's my bottle.
Oh my God. I got the limited edition Pine Sol, and now I got to send it back. Damn. In the collector bottle.
I love how it's like they were sold on Amazon and several national retailers such as Walmart, Target, Sam's Club, Kroger, and Dollar Tree. So you mean everywhere? Just say everywhere in America.
It could have been sold in these places, which is everywhere. It was only sold on days that end with Y. Yeah. Good. Very specific.
That's when, back in the day when you're in high school, college, mostly high school, and they're like, all right, you need to write 1,000-word essay. And so you finish in like 500 words, and you're like, well, time to be verbose. Like, here we go.
Once upon the time when I began writing this very lengthy essay.
I start repeating stuff too. As I said prior, when I mentioned this sentence, and I just like, oh, getting wild
I'm
over
very
there.
excited. I was gonna say,
The mic came out and hit you.
to reiterate clearly.
To reiterate. So anyway, any more thoughts? This Pine Sol debacle.
Well, I was just curious. Like, did they? I want to know the source. Was it a disgruntled employee who like
they didn't
peed
say.
into that?
Yeah, they don't know, and they probably know, but they probably aren't going to release that. You know what I'm
Sure.
saying? Like, it's probably something they're like, we're just going to sweep this under the rug and hopefully use bleach to clean it up.
They're
not
like,
Pine Sol.
Eric brought his beloved, Finch to work, and it fell into that, and it had, bird flu. And
Of course, it's Eric. It's always Eric.
damn
you
it,
know?
Eric!
Jeez.
The employee's been let go.
He's been. Actually, it's probably in this day and age, like it's so hard to let someone go. It's
Yeah.
like the employees had a stern talking to.
He's on paid administrative leave.
They do stuff like that they do stuff like that at work, and sometimes I'm like, I told you before, I'm a very intimidated worker. I'm not the one to be like, oh yeah, what are you gonna do about it? I'm the one that's like, please no, like I swear,
so sorry.
I'll get my things on time, like I'll be good. So stuff like that. I don't know if I was Eric, and I brought my Finch to work.
And you brought your Finch, and it died in the.
I think I wouldn't even show up to work. I would just be like, I would like quit myself, because I couldn't handle that going in and just like the unknown of like what's going to happen to you.
I'm gonna have to retire from my Pine Sol job. They'll be like, please turn in your gun and your badge.
What are the things?
Standard issue Pine Sol gun.
Hey, I was the best Pine Sol sweeper, cleaner, whatever they do in here. I just want you to know that. Like as they're taking the gun, we've never had one on the force as good as you, but damn it, I just can't do this anymore.
Damn it, Eric. God damn it. You will be missed. Tear in his eye.
The Finch is crying too. Finch hands in his gun. So anyway, that's the first one. I thought it blew my mind, and so I had to do a little research on it.
No.
Like I said, they're only 99.9% effective, so stuff does get through.
They're like, this was the 0.01 that made it through.
But it definitely breaks my trust in cleaning products. I already had little trust in them before because, we would clean the house and stuff. And
I didn't realize you had such a vendetta against cleaning products. It seems I feel like we should explore this
I'm not one of those like clean freaks. You know why?
Sure.
My grandma would clean the house with bleach. Everything was bleached. Like she went to town, but she would still get sick. And so that was, for me, that was a glaring like, well, that didn't work. So why do it?
She's like, I bleached the whole house. I drank a little bit of bleach. Like, well,
Or she washes herself with it. She was very white, that explains it. Like abnormally white.
I see like albino, but even beyond that, she's at this point, she's radiant. She's glowing.
It all makes sense. But anyway, yeah. I have this, I know you can't be too clean, like
Sure.
we just discussed.
Sure.
And you can't be too dirty.
Sure.
I like to go more on the dirty side.
Sure.
I like to go more on the dirty side.
Tell
For
me
all
more.
you out there.
Is this back to the OnlyFans?
It's back to the, we're taking it back. So this is my intro to the OnlyFans.
I want to be on the dirty side.
I have no idea who would watch me on OnlyFans. Like, are you into nerdy guys that have a high-pitched voice
And don't like cleaning?
and don't like cleaning? Well, boy, have I got the channel for you.
Nice. Dirty Pete.
Oh, it's going to be bad. The knees will be very bad. They'll crack. Sometimes the back will go out,
A lot of grunting and groaning.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to get in a sexy position for you here.
Oh, my I'm stuck. Do it. We're just going to stay here for the next 30 minutes, okay?
Are you turned on yet?
Are you not entertained?
Oh, nice.
So, anyway, I'm definitely like on the scale of clean to dirty. Everyone has a place where they're
Spectrum,
at.
sure.
I'm definitely more on the dirty side because like I like to let the kids go out and play in the mud.
Sure.
I'm not about like, clean their hands unless there's something like really gross on there or it's like tracking stuff all over the house.
So it was you who pooped in the Pine Sol.
So it was me. Yeah. Basically, this is a confession. I am Eric.
Suck
It
you,
was
Pine
I.
Sol. Pine Sol's like, we have a full investigation. We have no idea who this random vat pooper is.
But apparently, he looks like a nerdy guy that may or may not have an OnlyFans.
We have a lead on an OnlyFans. We're looking into it.
Or like,
Jesus.
So yeah, I'm definitely more on the dirty side.
Okay.
I don't feel the need to like wash my hands all day, or like the people that have sanitizer in their car. I'm like, no, it's not. That's not me. And honestly, I think it helps build my immunity. I'm rarely sick. The kids are always sick. You know what I'm saying?
But they're building it up. They're working on it.
Yeah, exactly. I may get some sniffles here and there, but I'm rarely. The only thing that gets me down, this is it. The only thing that gets me down is food poisoning, because unfortunately, there are penalties to pay when you're a little loose with your standards. So, with cleaning stuff, I think it's made me stronger.
Sure.
Unfortunately, with food, I'm like, I think it's still good.
You're like, what is this, C class? It's fine. What, did they find like 2 rats? It's good.
We'll be okay. There's just a little mold on that bread. Come on, give it here.
Pick it off. It'll be fine.
So where are you on the scale of clean to dirty?
I'd be on the cleaner side. I mean,
Yeah,
but that's more a derivative of my wife, but we do live in a vacuum.
Exactly.
We got that Dyson. It's high.
You have the sanitizer in the car, right? Yeah. Everybody, Jimmy, Johnny, hands out. Like 10 hands come, and yeah.
Okay, I don't have that many kids.
I said 2. It's probably more. I should have got 6 or 7.
12, 13 children. Who cares? Got one of those gigantic, vans.
Industrial-sized sanitizer. Like, come on. It's what they use to like spray pesticides.
Where they pump on the side and they're like,
exactly. All right, I think we're all good.
Everybody's glistening now. No, I guess we'd be on the cleaner side. What do
you think is right? Like, let's pretend your wife isn't watching this, okay? What would be the optimal? Do you think like, I think right in the middle, or do you think no, definitely towards the cleaner side is right? Or no, I think I'd like to be a little more like
on the dirty side.
Dirty.
No.
Come to the dark side.
I mean, I think it should be cleaner, just because that's what I live in. That's my comfort zone. But I mean, that's a derivative of my lovely wife. If she wasn't around, I'd probably be veering towards the dirtier side. Because if she wasn't around, I'm lazy. That's my problem. I'm lazy. I'd be like, 5-second rule. You're fine. Just eat it.
And I think that's probably what did it for me too. Because I saw all the work my grandma was putting into it, and I'm like, not about that life.
Sure.
If I'm meant to get a serious infection that the medical doctor may or may not treat, I'll take that chance.
If it's time for me to die, if he dies, he dies. All right, Rocky. Yeah,
I like it. Brilliant accent.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. A little Russian.
At first, I was like, "Oh, was there a Russian in here?"
Do svidaniya, comrade.
I think that's all my European accents or Russian accents.
But anytime you're talking about a higher up, he has to be
he's a
New Jersey man.
Exactly, smoking a cigar.
Listen here, sweetheart.
Listen here, I got the. What, we got problems with Pine-Sol? Oh, no. We got to fix this right now, huh? I can't have any problems with that Pine-Sol.
Get me Eric in here. I know it was him.
In Europe, he's like, what do you mean? We have problems with Pine-Sol? What happened here? Who pooped in the Pine-Sol? I need answers now. And blood. I want blood.
I don't.
That was a French guy, by the way. I was trying to have my best French accent.
It sounded Russian again. I'm sorry. That's okay. I make fun of my wife because she tries to do accents and she can't. She just fails horribly.
Yeah, I've accepted it. I just think it's funny. It cracks me up. So, ready for the second article?
Hit me. I'm so ready.
Speaking of getting cracked up, this might be a little harsh. Now that I'm saying that, I'm like, oh, I'm going to retract that one.
That's a rough segue.
This one is super sad. But once again, like, what?
We went from pooping in Pine-Sol to just tragedy.
Just tragedies.
I don't know if I can handle this emotional roller coaster.
Okay, second article here on Crazy News with Chris. This is truly crazy.
Okay.
A missing Indonesian grandmother was eaten alive by a 22-foot python.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I read a little bit about the article. This grandma goes missing, right? She's missing for like 2 days. I think they said about 48 hours.
Huh?
Well, they did like a search party and stuff. They find this massive behemoth snake not too far.
Sure.
And obviously, I mean, it must have looked like they had something big in there. So they cut the snake open and they found the grandma in the snake.
Was she still?
No, she wasn't. No. My wife asked the same thing. Like, that would have been the miracle of miracles. Like 2 days later, she's like,
oh my God, thank you.
Yeah. So that like immediately kind of triggered terror in me. I was like, oh my gosh.
Well, I do know that pythons are not indigenous to the U.S., so you should be okay as far as that's concerned.
If it does get me, that was one of those. It's meant to be. Like, your time is up.
If you found a python in the continental U.S., I'm sorry. It's your turn. It's your time.
God's like, I think it's Peter's time. It's time for him to go. They're like, well, how do you want it done, sir? I was like,
release the pythons.
Should we have him drink a little Pine-Sol? Maybe just clean with Pine-Sol? No. That's too simple.
Get the python.
Get the python. We haven't done this one in a while.
I feel like it's Indiana Jones with the I hate snakes. I hate them.
I actually like snakes, so
Okay.
I don't really have a problem. I'm assuming there must have been more to this article.
That she wronged the python in a
That she,
previous.
that she is
The python was coming for vengeance.
The python had been stalking her for a while now. Saw his opportunity to strike. Pulls up in a van. He's like, "Hey, you want
Grandma."
some candy? Hop in."
She's like, I don't know. This guy seems a little odd.
I was thinking more like maybe she was out gardening or something and she had a heart attack, and then at that point the python was opportunistic and
Well, I'm just curious how far that this grandma was. How old was this lady? Do we know?
I didn't say. I didn't give many
Like,
more
how far is
details
she
on that.
wandering that they couldn't find a python that consumed a human being? Like, I feel like that'd be pretty obvious. Like, hey, look at that giant bulge in the snake.
That's what I would think that too, except it's Indonesia. I don't really know the structure of the towns,
The
villages,
infrastructure and layout
exactly.
of the. Yeah, okay.
I mean, maybe she was living by herself,
yeah.
and then grandkids went and checked on her a few days later or something.
But then she couldn't have been missing for 2 days. If they had, like, you had to have been like, where is she?
That's
You
true.
should search.
It reminds me of the people at the hospital were like, when did this start? Like the stroke codes and stuff. Like, when did this start? And they're like, just like 20 minutes ago. I'm like, oh, so you were with them 20 minutes? No. When's the last time you were with them? Like 3 days ago. So did anyone see them from then till now? No, but I saw them 20 minutes ago. Like,
Okay, that doesn't.
okay, so it's now.
come with me on this logical journey. Could things have happened while you weren't there? Just that's purely hypothetical.
I can't stand it. I had the other day I had this happen, and it happens every time when you're trying to figure out the last known well. You're like, all right, when's the last time you saw them normal? Okay, well, this just started 20 minutes ago. Okay, but like the last time you saw them acting totally fine and the regular state. Well, they went to sleep. Okay, this is a start. When did they go to sleep? They went to sleep at 9. Is that the last time that you saw them normal? No, yesterday. Okay, and you just go round and round and round. And like the doctor's there trying to figure it out. You're like, damn it, come on, just give me like a straight answer.
Give me some sort of time frame.
Like, how hard is it? If someone was like, hey, when's the last time you saw your dog? I'd be like, yeah, I think it was like an hour ago. Yeah, it was an hour.
I adopted him 6 years ago.
Yeah.
I think he was normal then.
That's exactly what it's like. They go this roundabout thing. I'm like, just tell me the answer.
The other thing that I love is when you're like, what brings you in the ER today? Well, for 5 years, nope, no.
Well, it all started
When I was
5 years
born,
ago.
I'm like,
My toe hurt. Okay, you here for chest pain? Yes, that's right. So my toe hurt 5 years. And then like more people are just coming in and coming in. Someone's dying next door, So then it went from my right toe to my left toe. And I was like, Mead, I don't know what we're going to do about these toes. So it's not toe pain. It's not chest pain. It's toe pain. No. It's chest pain.
the toe pain's resolved. Okay, why?
Round you. It's so hard to get straight answers. So you have to be a detective and you have to really ask the right questions. So
Yes. Long story short, pythons.
pythons.
I'm glad we made it. That was a good segue back.
Good for programming, bad for
grandma.
for grandma.
Well, that's a real tragedy.
Yeah.
But it is.
It's crazy. It is a crazy thing. It's one of those things you're like, I don't know how to react to. It's like super sad, obviously, for the family and
Sure.
grandma and everything. But it's just like, it makes me think. I'm like, how? I just really want to know how this happened because, I've heard of them getting like larger animals and stuff.
Sure.
I just figured a human would have the power. That's why I think there's more to the story. Like she must have been weakened or debilitated.
Well,
or
and that's the other thing is they say she was eaten alive. How do you know that? How do you know she was eaten alive?
That's true. That's
Pythons,
true.
they constrict and crush you, and then you could die from, asphyxiation and all kinds of horrible things. But how do you know she was alive? Was there like punch, like the snake had a black eye, like skabam?
He actually filmed it before. He put it up on his
Somebody's
Insta.
like, ha, she's getting eaten. All right, we'll find her 2 days later. It's fine.
He's like, this restaurant here, it's a 4.0, but we'll give it a shot. I'll see what they have. Okay, here we go. We did a little selfie before.
Terrible.
Yeah, it is.
Anyway, yeah, no, that's awful. Poor things. Poor people.
Yeah.
I have nothing else to add to that.
That's it,
That was
yeah.
my
Just-
grand contribution.
It's a interesting reaction videos today. So, moral of the story, watch out.
Don't go to
There could be a
Indonesia.
22-foot python. Don't go to Indonesia.
And don't drink pine salt.
And don't drink or use pine sol, because apparently it's not going to help anyway.
You're just smearing feces everywhere. Good night.
See you in the next one.